Tonight we're here to see T-Splosh go down in flames. Take Oaten along with it. And then we're going to end up, we're going to see our school board candidates of choice, our Superior Court judge of choice, get their wins tonight. But we do have one of our candidates, one of our main stars come this November, and that's going to be going against
Pretty right now, you're going to introduce Jason.
Yeah. And right now I'd like to introduce Jason Hill, our candidate for Board of Commissioner Chairman.
Jason, the candidates speak tonight. I'm EdwardCTracey, and I have EdwardCTracey.com, and we're here to record this. I'm also a state committee man for the 4th District. Jason, I just want you to talk a little bit about when you started this race and take us from there till now and what your vision is for the next few months.
Well, we had a lot of prayer, a lot of conversation, and talking with a lot of people about whether to take this race and whether we really thought the race was winnable, to be honest, and what people thought of what the government was in this county. I think the turnout that we're seeing tonight, the numbers that we're seeing tonight, the close race that the current chairman is facing, paint a pretty clear picture about what people think about the current government that we have here in Rockdale County. And I think the answer that we found was overwhelmingly that we think this race is winnable. And we think people in this county deserve better government than what they're getting. And I think the numbers speak to that. We are extremely excited about the turnout that we see. We're extremely excited about the months to come and the message that we're going to give that Rockdale County truly does deserve a better vision, a better government, and a better representation of the people. And I think across the board we'll see that. And it's going to take a lot of work, but we're prepared to do that. Even today we were meeting and having strategic meetings about what we have coming up. So whoever the candidate is, I feel like we are ready to take them on, and come November 6th we'll have new leadership in Rockdale County.
Well, just as things were getting going in your campaign, there was a little bit of an accident in your family, and I know Andrea had a little mishap, and she's down there, and we'd like her to come up here because you're important to this campaign. And so, but I want you all to notice what a determined person she is, because she's walking as normal as you can walk after blowing an Achilles tendon, right? So look at this. Give her a hand. Jason put her on morning and afternoon regiment with the Rockdale football team during the summer, so that she could be in shape to run this campaign the last 4 months. So do you want to say something about the campaign and about your husband? Just tell us a little bit about your involvement.
So my main involvement is to make sure everything at home stays normal and that we have food and the kids are taken care of. But no, we're excited about what the next 3 or 4 months are going to be. It's going to be busy, and I look forward to all the work that we're going to do with the people here in Rockdale County to help Jason get elected in November.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. We're going to have, let me see, who's here with an uncontested, oh, we've got Judge Lillis Brown right here. Come on up, Judge. I'm glad you noticed that, because I'd hate to have a lawsuit go in front of the court or something. So. Judge, tell us a little bit about where you're at with your campaign right now and what your plans are for the next few months until November.
Well, we've taken the opportunity, being unopposed in the primary, to lay out a good strategic plan. We've got lots of people doing background work, getting things ready. The signs are in. I've had a lot of people ask me why I haven't put out signs. Well, my election's not to November, and I wanted my signs fresh and ready. And we picked up signs today, so they'll be going out in the next couple of weeks. We've got mail-outs coming. We've got phone calling. We've got all sorts of things planned and ready to go. And I'm just looking forward to it. I'll just be glad to know who my opponent is and what demeanor the campaign's going to take. So I'm excited, I'm ready to go, and I stand behind the fact that I've done a good job for 20 years, and the people opposing me don't know what probate court's all about, and I stand on the fact that I'm the only one with real experience, so that's the way we're going to run this campaign.
Tell us a little bit about, because there might be people here that don't know what probate court is all about. So just tell them a little bit about what you do. And one of the things I want to remark about our judges in this county, I've lived here, my wife and I, for 13 years. We've never heard one false rumor or one rumor about lack of integrity in our court system, or lack of character from any of our judges. And I think that is just an overwhelming thing to think about how long all of you have served, and yet you're still serving like it's your first day as far as integrity, character, and all that. So we really appreciate you and the work that you've done here.
Let me tell you a little bit about probate. We do a variety of different things in probate. First and foremost, the probate court is charged with jurisdiction over decedent's estate. So when someone dies and they own property and their will has to be probated or administration has to be done, we're the court that everyone has to come to. The second important thing we do are guardianships, and we do guardianships of incapacitated adults and of minor children. And that's where the court makes a decision who takes care of a child or who takes care of an incapacitated adult. And those are huge decisions when you're charged with making sure that someone taking care of an adult or a minor is the appropriate person to do so. The other things that we do in the probate court, we deal with mental illness. We're also the State Bible Records Office and issue birth and death records. And we issue firearms permits and marriage license. And so that keeps us quite busy. This month, DVS started out with new regulations that everybody has to have a birth certificate. And we've been issuing them right and left, so we're staying very, very, very busy.
Well, thank you, Judge. Appreciate it. Is Joe Coggins here? Joe Coggins? She's detained at the moment. Okay. When you see her, have her come up. Any other uncontested races candidates here right now? Uncontested races. Okay. I'm going to have another person come up and speak to you just for a minute about the Rockdale Young Republican Party. And we have the chairman of the Young Republicans here, C.J. Lester. So C.J., come on up and tell people what's going on with Young Republicans and how they can join the Young Republicans and get in touch with you right here tonight.
I'd like to welcome everybody tonight to the Republican once your results come in, and if you'd like to join the Rockdale Young Republicans, you can contact me to join. It's $10 for or $15 for individual and $25 for couple. And you can just see me here, or you can go to our website at rockdale.weebly.com, or you can go on our Facebook page, it's facebook.com/RockdaleYR. Thank you.
All right, we're going to give you some, thank you, Rob. We're going to give you some results right now. I'm going to walk over to the computer and give you some of the results because I know it's hard to see from way back there. What do we have on the board right now? We have, is that refreshed? Why don't you refresh it? Go. We have the U.S. Representative District 4 race right now, and this is Rockdale County results. Still no precincts reporting, only early ballot, the early voting, and it's Chris Vaughn at 2,286, and Greg Callen at 1,537. And we're going to hold off on having any of the candidates that are in close races speak until the results are in. So I hope they stick around. And What other race you bringing up there, CJ? There's a tight race in U.S. Rep District 9. Also, I think just with the early ballots, 37,000 votes cast in District 9, with Doug Collins ahead of Martha Zolla, 43 to 39%, with Roger Fitzpatrick at 17, so that's a three-way race. And then Paul Brown seems to be at way ahead in that race, 68 to 31%. And scroll up. And in Phil Gingrey looks like he's going to walk away with victory tonight in District 11. And then in District 14, which is the new district, it looks like Patrick, whoop, hold on there. Whoa, whoop, go up. No, other way, buddy. A little bit more down. Okay. Got Tom Graves uncontested in District 14. Hold on. All right, you can scroll through them and skip those. Get to the state rep races if you can. Just keep clicking next. Let me ask you all a question. Who in here is against T-Splosh? Against T-Splosh? All right. That wasn't a big enough round of applause. I'm taking notice and taking names. So. And by the way, the answer was supposed to be no. Keep going, buddy. Gotta get up into the 90s on that. This is State Rep District 92 that we're in today. Let me give, while he's trying to get there, there are a lot of races on that state website. Let me just talk about our host tonight. We want to thank everybody here at the Whistle Post Tavern for allowing us to be here tonight. We hope that you're generous to your waitresses. We don't want them thinking that Republicans are cheap, right? So tip your waitresses, take good care of them, and we just thank Linda in allowing us to be here. And come back often. The food is great here. For those that are watching us on film, they have great food and they're just great people here. All right, here we go. You want to go one more. All right, in the race for state rep, this is 0 of 3 counties reporting, so this is all early balloting. Dale Rutledge is ahead 66-33% over the incumbent Steve Davis. Go ahead and go forward to District 114. In District 114, these are two great guys, folks. Two great guys, and I wish they both could serve at the same time. Right now, this is just early votes, and Tom Kirby has 1,000 votes to Rodney Upton's 444. Folks at the table over there, I see you've all got computers. If you get some information, bring it on up and we'll announce it. That we don't have up here, we can announce even though we're looking at something else. So that would be great. Do we have any elected officials here? Any other elected officials here tonight? elected officials here. We should be getting some more Rockdale numbers, and I'm hearing we got some real good news for some folks in the room, so we're going back to that site.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, folks, this is now, we're getting information from people on site at Board of Elections that they have 8 precincts already reporting. They're not showing up on the screen here yet. So, in early voting, Mandy North at 73.60%. How many of you have seen the Chasella green signs on every illegal place that could be found around the county? And I'm going to tell you, signs on illegal properties do not vote. I've never seen them cast a vote yet, but when you have a sign on a business or a home, that's a vote for you and probably that whole household. So the next, we have BOE2. We have Brad Smith ahead at 64%. And then BOE4, Sharon Farr's ahead at 60 to 40% so far. And BOE5, so far Tony Dowdy is at 53.2%. If he can carry this number through the night with 4 people in the race, that's an enormous victory when you think about no runoff if you get 50 plus 1%. And T-Splosh so far again is 5,253 votes against, 1,645 votes for. And overwhelmingly, I think this is the issue that has brought people out to vote, which is good news for all of our candidates. Let's take a look at the VOC, see if anything's up on it. Just go, I think it's backwards. School show. He is. That's what every time he hits next, it refreshes. So they haven't posted them up on the big site yet. Okay, this is the Democratic County Commission chair race, still just the early votes in. And Richard Oden slightly ahead of Brian Jenkins. I think that's bad news for Richard Oden in November, and good news for Jason Hill. Tom Harrison at 57% to Sam Smiley 43%. And Oz Nesbitt at 53% to Jerry Shepard's 47%. We can skip that. We already just went over that. So you can go back and skip to the tab for the Georgia House District 4 race, if you can get back to that. Still no change here. Still just early voting. Is this like a soccer game? If you're ahead when the buzzer goes off, you just win? That would be nice. We could put a timer on it. Then it'll report by 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Maybe the guy who's ahead at the time wins. Like a rain out in baseball. It is raining out, isn't it? In Stanton for the Superior Court, we have Robbie Munford with 375 votes, Vernell Winfrey at 116 votes, and Gary Washington with 78 votes. So Robbie Munford in Stanton is at 66%. Here's some good news for BOE Post 1. Mandy North in Stanton has 365 votes to Charcella Green's 144. Brad Smith has 297 in the BOE 2 to Kimberly Baker's 130. In BOE 4, Sharon Farr has 301 votes to Darrell Stevens' 187. And in BOE 5, can that be right? BOE 5 in Stanton, we've got Willie Washington with 83, Rodney Fanner with 63, Cornell Brown with 95, and Tony Dowdy with 243. That's 50 plus 1 right there. T-Splost in Stanton. Yes votes 149, no votes 456. That's a 75% to 25%. I'm going to check and see right now if there are any more updates coming on the computer. At least CJ got to eat half his dinner. Don't be touching mine over there, CJ. Well, we've got some other good news. Somebody else has a round number of 55. And I want to, if you could go to the camera. We have special people here, special to my heart and all of yours, that I'm told are celebrating their 55th wedding anniversary. Bill and Catherine Edwards. You all stand up. You all stand up. ovation. Don't you think? 55 years. Could you live with Bill for 55 years? That's tremendous. Congratulations, folks. Could you live with me for 55 years?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
And then some.
All right.
She doesn't look 55, but now.
Till I'm 55 or something like that, maybe. I don't know. I just saw Judge Rudy Horn walk in. Judge, good to see you. Judge, come on up and say a few words to your loyal fans over here. Well, Judge, I'm proud to inform you that you have 100% of the vote tonight. So, it's on to November, we know that. So why don't you come on up here and get over here on this side. Got the camera on you right there. And I know your right side is the most photogenic because I've interviewed you before. And we got your left side, so this time we're going to try the right.
He's always on the right side.
It's always on the right side. So, Judge, tell us a little bit about the campaign and what you need to do the rest of the way to win this thing in November.
Get more votes than the other person.
How many more?
As many as I can get.
Well, that's the kind of wittiness you get from Judge Rudy Horn. So I have to rephrase the question. What kind of help do you need from these people here in order to ensure that you get that 50 plus 1%?
Well, money would be good.
Money would be good.
Wear my t-shirts. Put up my sign.
Do you have any with you?
I do.
Alright, so if anybody wants a Judge Rudy Horn sign or t-shirt, see the judge here tonight. We need to keep him, like I was saying earlier, Judge, when Judge Lillis Brown was up here. I don't think I've ever been anywhere where we've had a circuit of judges that their integrity or character has never been questioned in all the years that they served like this circuit has.
You know, even my opponent says that. She says we have the best judges anywhere.
Well, we need to, that on tape because that should be a campaign commercial.
Okay. She said that when I got the 25-year-old last Tuesday, after I left, she said that in a 3-minute video.
Well, we need to edit that part out and put it up on the website.
The only bad thing she said was, I'm one of the eldest judges in that circuit.
Does that mean you've served longer than the others?
I think it means I've gained a lot of wisdom and experience.
That's right, absolutely. And we're really proud of you and the job you've done. And we know that you're going to continue to do good work and keep this county on the straight and narrow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other candidates here that are in uncontested races? All right, we're going to go back to the screen and see if we can get some updates. In the day and age of computer electronic voting that ended at 7 o'clock and now it's 9:35, you would think we would have the results already. I think the Whistle Post Tavern convinced them to hold it out so we'd all be here eating until 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock tonight. Again, thank Whistle Post Tavern waitresses, bartenders, and everybody here. And we appreciate the service that we're getting tonight. Make sure you tip them, and tip them well. And I don't mean by that, don't cross the street in front of a bus. I mean, you know, out of your pocket, give generously. Still 0 on the screen, counties reporting in the state rep races. How about the Rockdale site? Did you go up there yet? Let's go right from page 1 and we'll scroll down. Looks like, let's see, keep going, we'll get through the Public Service Commission. U.S. Rep, 6 of 18 precincts reporting. Here we go, breaking news. 6 of 18 precincts reporting. This is Rockdale County, CJ? Rockdale County. Chris Bond at 2,978 votes for U.S. House District 4 seat. Greg Callan, 2,000 votes. Chris Bond at a 60 to 40% here in Rockdale County. And Hank Johnson, no-show Hank, well, he did show up here when he thought he was going to have Cynthia McKinney in the race. As soon as she didn't make the ballot, he disappeared back into the background again, and nobody's seen him since. So we're going to have to change that during the next 4 months. We're going to have to draw him out. Okay, on the Democratic side there, Courtney Dillard's in second place with only 25% of the vote. And three-way race there, but we can go to the next. Let's go, okay, 17, Rick Jeffries, 100%. Let's keep going. 43, Ron Ramsey, 100%. Folks, we should have mounted a write-in ballot against Senator Ramsey. I don't know. Let's see, State Rep District 90. Pam Stevenson at 77%. She's the incumbent. District 91, D. Hawkins Hagler, 100%. Go ahead. District 92, this is another one of those five-way races on the Democratic side, no Republican in the race. And right now, Cheryl Washington is in the lead with 31.88%. And this is the new district with no incumbent. And then Steve Davis, still, let's see, 0 of 2 precincts in Rockdale County. So we don't have the precincts reporting in from the South Rockdale yet. And go down to 113, and Pam Dickerson looks like she's going to be in a cakewalk here by the end of the night. And State Rep 114 is 55 to 45%. This is with 3 of 3 precincts reporting. Tom Kirby, and we don't have any of the results yet from the other part of the county. Rodney, are you here? Rodney, would you like to come up, buddy? I want to introduce my friend Rodney Upton. You and your family are just a class act, I have to say that. I know how hard you've worked, how many doors you've knocked on, all that you've put in, and your wife making thousands of calls, and your kids going door to door with you. And I just want you to talk to the folks here a little bit.
Well, I want to thank everybody who has lended their support to the campaign. I had several people, folks from my church, folks from my family. I have people coming from out of state to help with the campaign, and I'm very, very, very thankful. I'd like to thank my friend Patrick Kopic. Dr. Kopic has helped out tremendously with my campaign, and I wish that he had stayed in to run for school board. And we need to convince him to go ahead and do that and make that a plan for the future. I think that would be wonderful. He's qualified for the job, I believe so. I want to thank my dad for showing up. I want to thank my Uncle Randy for helping. For those of you who don't know, Randy Upton has helped tremendously with the campaign. He's helped with mailers, he's helped with financially, and given a whole lot of advice, and I'm very thankful for that. But, you know, with all the help that we've had, I think one of the biggest things, one of the biggest accomplishments of my campaign is trying to get as much support as I can in Walton County in particular, where I had tremendous opposition from the leadership about the T-Splosh. I was pretty much told to keep my mouth shut about the T-Splosh in that area, and I wouldn't do it. And so for me, I consider what I have done a victory. I attach the T-Splosh to everything that I did because it was that important to me. We do not tax our way to wealth. We do not tax our way to prosperity here in America. It's un-American, and it's not Republican to do that. And so I consider the T-Splosh to be a greater victory than anything that I did myself in the campaign. And so I want to thank everybody for your support, everybody for your help, and you'll see me again. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Before you leave, I really would like you to have your wife and your kids come up so people can say and introduce them, because you guys are a great family, and you contribute a lot to Rockdale County, and I just want to have everybody see this lovely family together.
All we have here today is just my wife and one daughter. The boys have worked very hard, so they're off. This is my baby sister. She's down from Tennessee, and she was waiting some time for me today.
Thank you, Rodney. We're going to, that really is a classy family, folks, and I hope we can encourage them to stay in politics, because I think that's the future of our party right here in Rockdale County. Do we have some new numbers we can put up yet? Yes, and I want to remind everybody about the Rockdale Young Republicans. If you feel like you're under 41, you can join. Who in here feels like they're under 41? All right? So, you can join at any age. Yes. But we need some real leaders between the ages of 18 and 41 that will make up the board of the Rockdale County Young Republican Party to help CJ. Right now he's burdening taking on the burden by himself in leadership, and you need to support him. Do we have any new numbers? This is this just Rockdale? Yeah, Rockdale. This is Rockdale, 6 of 18 precincts. Is that the same number we had before? I think so. It's still maintaining the 60 to 40% lead for Chris Vaughn. I'm going to go back to the Board of Education, see if we have any updates there. I don't see Dan Ray here tonight, but we really want to give Dan Dan's another guy that served this county for a long time, and a man of integrity and character, and he really needs your support in November. He's got a guy running against him in the Democratic side that they put in that post just to have somebody to run against him, and we need to really come out and support Dan and not take anything for granted. 6 of 18 precincts reporting. This is 6 of 18, so this is a third of the vote, folks. Mandy North at 68%. And let me just say, EdwardCTracey.com is not ready to call any races yet. But I think we're getting ready to very shortly. Sharon Farr's at 59% in the BOE 4 race. And now let's skip to 5, And with 6 precincts reporting, Tony Dowdy's at 48.2%. Well, we got to get that back up to 50. So, what do you got? Bring it up. What you got? This is the U.S. Representative District 4 race, and this is by county with how many precincts reporting?
Check means all of them reported.
What's that? Means all of them are in. Yes. So right now in Newton County, we can call that because 100% of the precincts are in, and Chris Vaughn has 2,724 votes to Greg Palin's 2,667 votes. Well, I don't know how many precincts this is for DeKalb, Gwinnett, or Rockdale, but I'll give you the numbers. Right now, DeKalb County, Chris Vaughn is at 908, Greg Palin's at 735. In Gwinnett, Chris Vaughn, 494 to Greg Palin's 473. Rockdale County, Greg Palin has 2,030 to Chris Vaughn's 2,978. Right now, we've got 7,104 votes for J. Chris Vaughn and 5,905 votes for Greg Palin. If we knew how many precincts are reported in, we would be able to see whether we could call this or not. But until we know, by the way, let's get over here. 6 of 18 precincts reporting on T-Splost. 6 of 18 precincts in Rockdale County, 72% no, 27% yes.
I got some.
Folks, we have some other news to report to you in the state rep race for District 109. That's Steve Davis against Rutledge. Steve Davis looks like he has lost the race tonight. It looks like he's lost Rockdale, the 2 precincts in Rockdale, by a handful of votes. And it looks like down in the rest of the district in Henry County that he has lost. So is that with most of the percent in Henry County in, or?
That was with 20% in.
That was with 20% in, and the percentage, do you know what it was in Henry? No, we don't know the percentage yet. Folks, this young lady just told me that it is last call for food and everything. So, just food? It's just food. Last call for food here. Okay, we got some news coming in from the headquarters of Rockdale County, where the registrars are and everything. And 16 of 18 precincts have reported in, and it's not showing up on the website yet. if you can refresh that and see, still showing 6 here, but 16 have, in resoundingly, T-Splosh has gone down to defeat in Rockdale County, resoundingly, from what we're getting the report of. We can call that T-Splosh has lost, which is great news. And the other report that we're getting in right now is with 16 precincts reporting in Rockdale County out of 18, that Chris Vaughn is ahead of Greg Palin after 16 precincts have been counted with 2 to go. Also, we're not sure of the percentages again, but Mandy North and Tony Dowdy are also ahead. This shows you starting early, party organization, keeping your nose to the grindstone, people coming together that had differences of opinion going into this year but came together and joined up and put differences aside for the better of the county. And it's a great victory. We got to thank our party chair, Don Williamson, and our first vice chair, Lynn Brown, and our secretary, Lynn Williamson, and I'm not sure I can remember all the names of the leadership, but they all came together and recruited candidates, got candidates to run, and the candidates have done a great job. They came out early, they worked hard, and we know that we have to maintain this all the way through November the 6th. There's no laying down from now to November. Actually, you've got to get more people involved. You've got to talk to your neighbors. These candidates need money. These candidates need people who knock on doors, make phone calls, and they need your prayers. They need your support. And we can have victory on November 6th and take this county back. Gee, that should have gotten a round of applause. Are you all past your bedtime already? Tommy, I know you're past your bedtime, aren't you, buddy?